Good afternoon. I'm Darren Wright with Golden State Fire Apparatus, and we represent Pierce in Central and Northern California. And today we're going to go over a heavy-duty rescue for Alameda County, located over in the Bay Area, the San Francisco Bay Area of California. And the county came to us with a very specific outline of what they wanted to see in a Type 2 heavy-duty rescue. They wanted to get much smaller without compromising the equipment that they currently carry on their Type 1 rescue. So we took that to Pierce, and the end result is what you're going to see here today. I think we accomplished the project very well, and we are looking forward to getting this in the hands of the County of Alameda. A couple of the areas of particular importance to the County of Alameda was consistency with their current fleet and using heavy-duty components. Here we're looking at the TAC 4 independent front suspension with 17-inch disc brakes. They also went with air ride on the rear suspension. 13 3/8-inch frame rails. Heavy-duty components were used. They wanted to keep this unit on the streets and not in the shop. This unit does run first out on every single call, so it gets a lot of miles and hard miles. So we wanted to really capitalize on the heavy-duty construction of Pierce Manufacturing. Now, if you follow me into the cab, one of the things that was very important to Alameda County is consistency with their current fleet. And you'll see what we did here is in the rear seating configuration, the forward-facing seats are non-SCBA and the rear-facing seats are SCBA. They wanted their guys to be able to ride facing forward in a comfortable seat without a SCBA bracket knocking against their back. However, when a situation calls for a firefighter to don his SCBA, they have the flexibility to switch seats quickly, don that SCBA, put their seatbelt on, and travel safely. And that was something that was of utmost importance to the county and the firefighters that will be riding on this rig. Alright, an area that we want to demonstrate here is talking about the partnership and the relationship from manufacturer to customer and vice versa. And we're looking at this particular compartment with the circuit breaker panel, and you're probably asking yourself, why are we looking at this? Well, what we want to demonstrate here is this customer elected to do a post-paint inspection, and so we went back to Appleton and we talked to the guys that were actually building the truck on the floor. This compartment had yet to be laid out, and the customer had the opportunity to talk to the guys on the floor and design this compartment exactly the way they wanted, because Pierce doesn't know exactly how a customer is going to lay out their equipment once they receive the truck. But now that we elected to take that trip, the customer and Pierce had a chance to sit down and talk it out and design it exactly the way the customer wanted it, which is going to maximize their use once it gets home. Very neat. This compartment is all the electrical components on the truck. This is also the area where the Wilbur light tower control is located. So anytime the customer needs some extra light, they need to run their light tower, they're going to be in this compartment working in here quite a bit. So we put some safety measures in. We put a hinge cover over the circuit breaker panel so we can't accidentally hit one of the breakers off, thus not allowing the component to work. So just some small things, some small details, and really working together and understanding the needs of the customers allowed us to pull this particular compartment off exactly the way the customer wanted. Now we want to show you a couple cool options that are specific to Alameda County. It's options that they've done on their other Pierce Aero XTs. One area that Alameda County came to us with is the room in the officer seat and everything that goes on in that area. They did not want to clutter it up any more than absolutely necessary. So you'll see here in front of the officer, as standard, there is a glove box that comes on the Aero XT chassis. However, we cut that glove box out to create a mounting location for their MDT. And what this does, this allows the county more room and more flexibility in this position, because they don't have to put their MDT on top of the engine tunnel or on top of the instrument panel, thus creating more clutter. So they wanted something simple, something clean, something that's very flexible for the guys, and this is an option that is specific to Alameda County, and they continue to use it on all their pumpers, aerials, and this particular rescue. Alright, so here we are on the driver's side of the body with the compartmentation open, and you've already seen a bunch of still photos of the individual components inside the body, but what we're trying to demonstrate here is the amount of room and the amount of transverseness we still have with this shortened body, this shortened overall length. In fact, you're probably seeing the physical dimensions of this vehicle scrolling across your screen as far as wheelbase, overall length, and overall height. And when you take those dimensions into consideration and you look at the capabilities that the customer still has as far as electrical, lighting, storage, long lumbar, rescue hitch receivers, pinch points, those types of things, we have not taken away from the customer's capabilities of their current Type 1 rescue, which was what was really the mission all along, was to give the customer everything that they wanted in a smaller package so they could be more maneuverable and more flexible, and we feel as though we've done that. Alright, well, here we are inside the cab. You've seen a bunch of still photos today. You've seen a couple of videos of the different options and how working together, manufacturer and customer, we can really pull off exactly what the customer has visualized in their head. This particular opportunity was a competitive bid. We were very fortunate to receive that competitive bid and get the contract on that. We hope that the customer feels the exact same way, very fortunate with the end result. We built it with a lot of pride. Everyone's very proud of these trucks, and we're very proud to represent our customers in a fashion to where we can show them off on video, show them off on our website, because they deserve that kind of attention. But all in all, we think we pulled it off. You know, they came to us and said we wanted something smaller, more maneuverable, without compromising what we currently do. And that's exactly what we did. We deliver this truck tomorrow to the customer. We're excited, they're excited, but this truck belongs on the street working every day. It doesn't belong in our possession sitting here looking nice, and that's where we really get excited, is to see this truck work for a long time and to see it really pull off the expectation of the customer. So we appreciate the county having the trust in us. We thank Pierce for their hard work and their trustworthy hands in building this piece of apparatus, and we look forward to standing behind it for years to come. Thank you very much for tuning in, and keep a lookout for us as we are continuing to have new deliveries come through our office.